Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to take a look at how to run the tool pass for cutting our 7-inch trivet on the CNC mill. To start with that, we're going to go to our orange file in the top left hand corner and open up our trivet part. So we're going to go orange file, select open, and it's going to direct us hopefully to the open menu in our H drive. My H drive selected, first initial last name 000. If yours does not, click on the pull down menu and you want to choose the one at the bottom of the list. Okay, here is my part, Lammers Trivet. It should be your last name and Trivet. Select that and create open. With it open on our screen, we're going to come across our ribbon bar, and at the top of it there are tabs up here. Sketch, Annotate, Inspect, Tools, Cam. We want to select the Cam tab right up here. Our ribbon bar changes, and the first thing we want to do is set this part up. So we're going to click Setup. And in our model browser on the left hand side, it looks a little different than you're used to. We have 3 tabs along the top of this menu. We work each tab from top to bottom, and then we work the tabs from left to right. So in this first tab, for our setup, we're going to change our orientation of our model. You see the origins right in the middle. We're going to change the origin from stock box point to model origin. Okay, and you see how that puts it in the bottom left corner. That's where we started out at. Next, let's go across to our next tab, the stock tab. We're going to create and change the relative size box. Click on the pull down menu and we want to change it to the top one in the list, fixed size box. There's only one change we need to make now, is down here where it says round up to the nearest. We're going to highlight that in there and change that to 0. So we want it to be right tight to our part. Going across to the third tab, Post Process tab, we're going to change and highlight the 1001, and you're going to enter in your last name and the word Trivet, T-R-I-V-E-T. Okay, so last name and Trivet, and then click OK. Now with our part set up, we want to work at clearing out these sections in here for the tool bit to cut out. We do that in the 2D milling section of this Cam tab, and we're going to find 2D Pocket. Select 2D Pocket, and once again, the tabs we work from top to bottom and left to right. So on our first one, for our Tool tab, we're going to click on the Tool button. We're going to go on the menu in the left hand side, and we're going to scroll down just a little bit, and we want to find underneath Sample Libraries, End Mills. Select End Mills, and we want to choose tool number 2, 1/4 inch flat end mill. You're going to see an icon of what it looks like right here. Yours should pretty close to match that. Then we're going to go to our next tab. This is our Geometry tab where we select what we want cut out. Over on our part, we want to come in and select the bottom of each one of these ditches that we want to have cut out. Use time, be patient. You may have to zoom in order to select the bottom of that part. Notice how I'm all on the bottom of each one of those pockets, each one of those slots, not on the top edge. Moving across to our third tab, which is we're establishing our heights, we're going to do a couple changes here. The top 3 we want to change to stock top, and we want to have the offset 0.2. Okay, so stock top 0.2. For the retract height, we want to be at stock top 0.2, and our feed height we want to change to stock top and 0.2. Once you have those 3 done, we're going to go to our next tab over, which is multiple passes. The only thing we want to change in this menu here is where it says stock to leave. We're going to uncheck that, stock to leave. Then we're going to go to our final tab, our Linking Parameters tab. And in here we have a couple of changes to make. We want to uncheck lead in. We want to uncheck lead out. And down here for our ramp type, we're going to change the ramp to plunge right there. Okay? Once again, uncheck lead in, uncheck lead out, and the ramp type is plunge. Once you have that done, we're going to click OK. It's going to process those tools. and then we're going to come over to our top left hand corner underneath the file Simulate. We're going to choose Simulate. We want to have the stock check marked here so it can see what we're going to cut, and then we're going to click the play button. After this is done playing and shows how your part is getting cut out, you're probably going to want to call your teacher over. They're going to want to see this, and then they'll tell you to move on to the next step, where you're going to save this and then cut it on the CNC mill. Okay, once that finishes running and your teacher has checked it off, we're going to click Close in the bottom left-hand corner. We're going to come up to the top next to Simulate, and we're going to select Post-Process. Make sure that we're going into our H drive. We can do that by clicking on this button here and choose your H drive. Your file name should stay the same, your last name and Trivet, and then we're going to click Post. Once again, make sure you're in your H drive, that's selected, file name, last name and Trivet, click Save. Once that goes, it's going to go through and it's going to show you all the X, Y, Z, M, and G codes for running your file. Top left-hand corner, we're going to close this out. Now we're going to go up to the orange file and make sure that we save this part. Here we're going to save, not a save as, because we already have it titled your last name and Trivet, so this just needs a save. Once it's saved, you can X out of Inventor. Move over the computer that's connected to the CNC mill, and on there you're going to see the CNC mill icon. You're going to click to open that up. You're going to choose Translate Execute. You want to click in the pull down menu here on the side or on the left hand side here and choose your H drive. And then you're going to find your Trivet right here. Click on that to open it up and click Open. You're going to click Preview. Type F on the keyboard to bring everything into view. And now this is when you're going to stop, go get your teacher, and tell them you're ready to cut the part. They'll load the part into the mill for you and then lead you the next steps in order to actually have this cut out. Congratulations on finishing. Nice job. Now is where you stop on this screen and go get your teacher.